Hi there. So today I want to talk about chia seeds and how I believe that they are a big health hoax at this stage. Everybody goes on and talks about how many nutrients are in chia seeds and all of the calcium and omega-3 fatty acids and fiber and a whole bunch of different nutrients that are great for the body. And I agree that it is one of the most dense nutrient sources of food in the entire planet, and I think it's an exceptional emergency survival food. I'm trying to think of what it was lacking. I mean, it's lacking, I think, in iodine, and there's one other thing that it's lacking, and I can't remember. Maybe I'll remember by the end of the video. But but yeah, it's pretty much not lacking in anything. I think you could survive on chia seeds alone for at least a month in a very healthy state. So I think it's a perfect survival food. But the issue is with the current use of the seeds. It's commonly, ubiquitously talked about how you don't have to grind chia seeds. That you can just swallow them whole and that you'll get all of the nutrients from them. Well, I think that is completely false. And I tried it. I hoped that it was true. But what I did is I just took a lot of chia seeds, mixed them in water, and drank it. And, how to put this bluntly, but I looked at my waist, and there they were, still whole and still in their normal form. So if somebody wants to tell me that I got all the nutrients out of them without even digesting them, and that's pretty magical, okay, but that's not the case. I mean, you have to digest the seeds fully to be able to get all the nutrients out of them. So for people to go around and say, oh yeah, just mix them in water and drink it, and oh, I feel so great, I have so much energy, is just, I think, just placebo effect. And you have to either chew them or grind them or cut them or sprout them or something so that you can actually digest them. So what I'm working on right now is sprouted chia gel. I'm thinking, okay, if I can get them to sprout a little bit, then maybe in my digestive system it'll be able to open up and be fully digested. So what I did was I soaked them for 24 hours in a 9 to 1 ratio or 9 parts water, 1 part chia seed. So basically I weighed out like 100 grams of chia seeds and then added 900 milliliters of water, since water is 1 gram per milliliter. And so I had a chia gel, and I can show you that right here. So this is what it looks like. And so that line right there is how much chia seeds. I measured it out and then drew a line. So that's how much chia seeds, and then filled up the rest with water, and you can see how really solid that gel is. And it's just totally gelatinous. So I let it soak for 24 hours at room temperature, and I was hoping to see sprouting, like little roots coming out of the seeds. I didn't see that, but I didn't want it to spoil. Oh, and also in that I also put 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. The vinegar, it is very obvious to me the vinegar helps it to absorb water quickly. So I put the vinegar in there. So it's just hard to get them to sprout. I mean, I didn't get it to sprout. After the 24 hours, I put it in the fridge because I didn't want it to like grow any yeast or mold or anything like that. So now I'm taking it back out at room temperature. Now I added a half tablespoon to that remaining amount of sodium bicarbonate, because I'm thinking that might help stimulate them to grow, because that would bind out some of the carbon dioxide and maybe help them to be oxygenated a little bit, because I think that's what they're lacking, is oxygen in that congealed state. So worst comes to worst, I'll have to spread them out on like a baking dish to get them to sprout, I think, but we'll see. But in the meantime, I'm still testing and seeing, drinking a big amount of them, seeing if they actually get digested. So I would really encourage you to do the same. If you want to try to take them whole, then I'm really going to have to recommend that you do this testing, to take them in your preferred method, to examine your waste and to see, did they get digested, or are they still completely whole and undigested. So with that, I'll leave you and just encourage you to keep your head on your shoulders and don't take everyone's word for it. Even natural health people, people just don't know. I mean, people will think, since that the seed absorbs water so readily, that it can be digested so readily, as compared to flax or something. And while their motives are good, most likely, they just haven't really gone through the thought process and gone through the experimentation to see, is that in fact correct. So I think that chia seed use will actually die down a little bit once people realize this. They realize that it's not quite as easy to get the nutrition out of chia seeds as they thought it was. But hey, man, I think this can really help people to actually get the nutrition. I mean, it's so important, and especially in a survival situation. I don't want to see people just swallowing seeds and pooping them out, and not getting any nutrition, and that just would be terrible. So I really think that this is valuable, and I hope that you just use this information to realize that, man, I need to really think things through, not just take people's word for it. And you know what? Sometimes you'll think that, well, it's impossible for me to figure out on my own, so I'm just going to take their word for it. You know what? You can usually devise a method to test things easier than you think. It doesn't take a rocket science laboratory to be able to test some basic premises and make some simple discoveries. So I just want to encourage you with that. And let me know if you have any questions. I've been eating chia seeds for probably about 10 years. And it's taken me that long to figure this out. So I hope that this will save some people some time and frustration, and actually help some people's health, and really provide a great resource for survival situations, and things like camping trips and things like that. All right, well, take care. I'll see you on the flip side.